One. Now we have discussed about the subject CE 8395 Shandop Material for Mechanical Engineer. Unit 2 Transfer Loading on Beam and Stress in Beam. This is the course outcome of in this unit. After successful completions of the student should be able to develop the shear force and bending moment diagram of various type of beam under different loading condition. The knowledge level of in this unit is K3. So we have discussed about the theory of simple bending problems. So that is the problem. An I section as shown in sketch span to support 1.5 meter apart. Determine the load total load uniformly distributed on the entire span that the beam could carry in addition to a concentrated load of 8 kilonewton at its center is ordered that extreme fiber stress is limited to 800 newton per millimeter square. So that is the problem. So the section showing the diagram, that is the I section diagram. So load will be at the simply supported beam, UD load will be applied. So the diagram is so in the given. So once again I will read the problem. Listen. An I section. So the section is I section as shown in sketch span two supports 1.5 meter apart. Two support 1.5 meter apart. That is a simply supported beam. Determine the total load uniformly distributed on the entire span that the beam could carry in addition to a concentrated load of 8 kilonewtons. The additional of load will be applied. For that load is concentrated load, that means point load 8 kilonewton will be applied at the center in order that extreme fiber stress is limited to 800 newton per millimeter square. 800 newton per millimeter square. So the given length L is equal to 1.5 meter, that is converted to millimeter. So multiply with 1000, 1500 millimeter. So W is equal to 8 kilonewton. Stress, bending stress sigma B is equal to 800 newton per millimeter square. So that is shown the diagram. So top portion is section 1, middle portion is section 2, then third bottom portion is section 3. So the total length of the I section is 45 mm. So the separate section will be there. Section 1, they have a distance of 5 mm. So the total length is 30 mm. Section 2, that is a distance of 5 mm. The length will be minus. So you can minus the 5. So the length of the beam is 5, bottom 5, totally 10 will be minus 35 mm. Then section 3, so that is the same section of the top section. So the beam is simply supported beam, UDL load will be applied, additionally point load will be applied 8 kilonewton. The length of the beam is 1.5 meter. So first of all we have calculated the area of the section 1 and 3. So we have calculated the 1 and 3 area of the section 1 and 3. So the both are same. 1 and 3 is a 3 area will be same. The length will be same. Then distance will be same. Height will be same. So we have calculated the one area that is same area to section 3. So that will be mentioned area of the section 1 and 3 is equal to 30 into 5 150 millimeter square. 30 into 5 150 millimeter square. Next area of the section 2 A2 is equal to 35 into 5 175 millimeter square. 175 millimeter square. So the height will be already I told you top of the portion 5, bottom of the portion 5, we go totally minus the 10 out of 45. So 45 minus 10, you got here 35. That is the second portion height. So 35 into 5 175 millimeter square. Next we go find out the y1 for the section 1 from bottommost layer by from bottommost layer. So that is y1. we have calculated bottommost layer 40 plus 5 divided by 2, that is a 40 height plus 5 divided by 2, so is equal to 42.5 mm. Next, y2 for section 2 from bottommost layer, so we have calculated the y2 height is we have mentioned 5 plus 35 divided by 2, 35 divided by 2, the height will be mentioned 35, so that is 35 divided by 2, 5 plus 35 divided by 2 is equal to 22.5 mm. Next, we have calculate the y3 for section 3 from bottommost layer. So listen, so the y is equal to 45 divided by 2, that is 22.5 mm, 22.5 mm. Next, we have moment of inertia of rectangular about an axis through its center. So next we have calculated moment of inertia. So for section 1, moment of inertia of section 1 is equal to P d cube divided by 12. P d cube divided by 12. That is the formula, moment of inertia formula, B d cube divided by 12. So we have mentioned the section 1 P1 d1 cube divided by 12. That is also you can easily calculate it. So we have apply the values 30 into 5 cube divided by 12. 30 into 5 cube divided by 12 is equal to 312.5 mm power 4. Mm power 4. Next for section 2, that is a center middle portion. So 5 into 35 cube divided by 12 is equal to 17,864.58 millimeter power 4. Next, we have calculated that is section 3 moment of inertia for. So that is the same for the section 1. So moment of inertia 3 is equal to moment of inertia 1 is equal to 312.5 mm power 4. Next, from parallel axis theorem, I1 is equal to Ig1 plus A1 H1 square. I1 is equal to Ig1 plus A1 H1 square. So H1 is equal to, that is the formula, Y1 minus Y. Y1 minus Y. Okay. So 42.5 minus 22.5 is equal to 20 mm. Next, we have similarly calculated the H2, Y minus Y2, 22.5 minus 22.5, that is 0. So H2 value is 0. Then H3 is equal to Y minus Y3, that is 22.5 minus 2.5 is equal to 20 mm. Is equal to 20 mm. Next, we have find out the I1. So we got the answer of the Ig1 plus A1 plus H1 square, A1 into H1 square. So we apply all the calculated values in this formula. So I1 is equal to 312.5 plus 150 into 20 square. So we got the answer of 60,312.5 mm power 4. That is moment of inertia of 1, I1. Next we have calculated the I2. So that is also same formula will be used, same conversions. Then 17,864.58 plus 175 into values of H2 is 0. We apply the 0. So the total time will be 0. We got the answer of 17,864.58 mm power 4. Next, I3 is equal to same as I1. So 60,312.5. That is the value of I1, I2, I3. So we have calculate the total value of I. So total value of I, we are adding the I1 plus I2 plus I3. So you are adding the all the I1 and I2, I3 values are you can calculated. We got the answer of total I, that is 1.385 into 10 raised 5 millimeter power 4. So next we have calculate the maximum bending moment the beam can withstand. M is equal to formula bending stress into Z. So Z we have write the I by Y. So bending stress value is 800. I value is 1.385 into 10 raised 5 divided by 22.5. So M is equal to 4.92 into 10 raised 6 Newton mm. So we have calculated the maximum bending moment m is equal to 4.92 into 10 raised 6 Newton mm. Next we have calculated the bending moment due to concentrated load, that is point load 8 kilonewton at the center. So we have apply the formula WL divided by 4, that is the point load formula. Simply supported beam, you are using the point load formula. WL divided by 4 is equal to 8 into 1.5 divided by 4. So we are simplifying that values. We got the answer of 3 kilonewton meter. 3 kilonewton meter. So we got converted to Newton millimeter. So 3 into 10 power 6 Newton millimeter. Next, bending moment permissible due to uniformly distributed loads equal to formula maximum moment minus moment due to point load. So we apply the maximum moment value 4.92 into 10 power 6 minus 3 into 10 power 6. So we have separating that value in maximum bending moment. So we got the answer of 1.92 into 10 raised 6 Newton millimeter. Next, the W is total UDL. W is the total UDL. So maximum bending moment due to UDL. So the formula for bending moment applying on simply supported beam, WL square divided by 8. WL square divided by 8. So we apply all the given values. We got the load. So we apply the value 1.92 into 10 power 6 into 8 divided by 1500 square. 1500 square. So we got the W value. W is equal to 6.83 Newton. W is equal to 6.83 Newton. So we apply that value in this equation, maximum bending moment load equation, WL square divided by 8. So we apply all the given values in this equation. W is unknown. So we have find out the W total load, that is 6.83 Newton. So the total UDL load beam carrying is 6.83 Newton. That is the result. Then another one problem for T section. So problem is, a T section of a beam has a following dimensions: width of flange 100 mm, overall depth 80 mm, thickness of the web 10 mm, thickness of the flange 10 mm. Determine the maximum bending stress in the beam when a bending moment of 200 Newton meter is acting on the section. So that is the diagram. The top portion is called flange, center portion is called web. Okay, so that is the dimensions are there. So given the bending moment m is equal to 200 Newton meter, we have converted to Newton millimeter. 200 into 10 power 3 Newton millimeter. Then we have find out the area of the section A1 is equal to 100 into 10 1000 millimeter square. Then area of the section 2 70 into 10 700 millimeter square. So 70 we have minus that 10 will be there, the height. So we got the center portion, web portion height 80 minus 10, that is 70. So 70 into 10 700 millimeter square. Next we have find out the y1 for section 1. So is equal to 70 plus 10 divided by 2. 70 plus 10 divided by 2, 75 mm. Next y2, 70 divided by 2, that is 35. 70 divided by 2, that is 35. Then solution. So y is equal to, we write the formula a1 y1 plus a2 y2 divided by a1 plus a2. So we apply all the given and calculated values in this equation. So 1000 into 75 plus 700 into 35 divided by 1000 plus 700. So we got the y value. Y is equal to 58.53 mm. 58.53 mm. Next we have calculate the moment of inertia for rectangular one about the axis through its center of gravity and parallel to x axis. So moment of inertia Ig is equal to PD cube divided by 12. PD cube divided by 12. So we apply all the given values. P value is 100, D is 10. So 100 into 10 power cube divided by 12, 8333.33 mm power 4. That is the section 1 I value. Ig value. Next we have calculate this section 2. Then you have I1 value will be calculated for which formula, using this formula. I1 is equal to Ig1 plus A1 H1 square. A1 H1 square. So we have find out the H1. H1 is equal to Y1 minus Y. So 75 minus 58.53 is equal to 16.74. So we have calculated the H1 value. So we have applied the in this equation. So I1 is equal to 8333.33 plus 1000 into 16.74 whole power square. So the value of I1 is equal to 2.79 into 10 power 5 millimeter power 4. Similarly for second section, so I2 is equal to Ig2 plus A2 H2 square. So we apply all the given values. 10 into 70 cube divided by 12 plus 700 into 58.53 minus 35 whole power square. So I2 is equal to 6.73 into 10 raised to 5 mm power 4. So we have calculated the I1 and I2. Next, the total moment of inertia I is equal to I1 plus I2. So we are adding the I1 plus I2. 2.79 into 10 power 5 plus 6.73 into 10 power 5 is equal to 9.52 into 10 power 5 mm power 4. Then using these relations, m divided by I is equal to sigma b divided by y. So we have calculated the bending stress using these relations. So we have cross multiplications. All the values are given values are applied in this equation. We got the answer of 12.29 Newton per millimeter square. That is the bending moment stress. That is the bending stress. So we have using this relationship between m divided by I is equal to sigma b by y. So we find out the sigma b. We have apply all the given and calculated values. 200 into 10 power 3 divided by 9.52 into 10 power 5 is equal to sigma b divided by 58.53. So we are simplifying in these values. We got the answer of bending stress sigma b is equal to 12.29 n divided by millimeter square. The reference textbook R.K. Bensal, Strength of Materials, Lakshmi Publication, U.C. Jindal, Strength of Material, Asian Books Private Limited. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you.